Hey YouTubers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. Behind us is a Kohler toilet and we have a broken piston. We're going to show you the step-by-step process on how to fix it. Let's get started. And step number one, we are going to shut off the water. Come on down here and turning it to the right just a quarter turn shuts off the water. From here, we are going to flush it. And that's going to drain out all the water. Next, we'll pull the cover off, set that in a safe location. Don't drop that because it will shatter. Cover is now removed and we have a lot of iron in our water, and looks like the water treatment system that we have is not getting all that iron out. However, no big deal because the actual water coming out of the toilet and filling the bowl is always crystal clear, which is great. So here's what we're dealing with. This little part right here broke off and it got to a point where we were trying to flush it, but something was stuck. It wouldn't allow us to push this down. And that was because this had broken and the additional seal or gasket that rests right here, as well as the additional part that extends out and feeds into this part, broke off and they were down at the bottom. And so I took them out. That's what they look like. So with that said, we need to replace this part, and unfortunately you can't just replace this part, you have to buy the entire center portion, which is no big deal. It is a very friendly price. So what we will do is turn this just a quarter turn. And it was a little tricky to grab it from up here. I didn't want to break it, so what I did was I actually acted like I was flushing the toilet, and I came down below and twisted it at the actual base. All I did was pull this up and it allowed me to pull this entire piece up and out. Pretty dirty, just be careful, it might drip a little bit. And when you twist it, that's what the bottom portion looks like, and as you twist it, it locks in place down below. And what I recommend, putting this in an actual plastic bag and taking it to your local hardware store, whether it's Ace Hardware, Lowe's, Home Depot, or Menards, you'll be able to match it up to the exact replacement part. Kohler. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Alright YouTubers, at this point I've got the new parts out, and that part is the exact same as that. And the old gasket or seal and this part, again, that is the part right there I still have to remove, and the new part looks like that. Make sure that foam seal is on there. And check this out. That is your normal chain. Well, it looks like the previous owner put a zip tie. And I guess it works because we've owned this house for over 3 years and it has never given us any issues. However, what we're going to do is we are going to snip that zip tie off and install the actual new chain. Back to the actual toilet, and I'm going to pull off this part here. Again, that's the old broken part, and that little seal went on top of there. This piece broke off, and this will be the new piece. Important step, we don't want to put this on here yet. We actually are going to insert this down below. I'm going to pull the canister back up, position it way down in there, and as you can see, the actual cutout that this portion right here is going to be inserted in, and then we will turn it to secure it. Making progress, it is in, and I turned it to the right to secure it. Lift the canister up and align it perfectly, and slowly drop the canister into place. Zip ties cut, removed. From here, you can just pull this entire canister up and off. Might drip a little bit, be careful. I'm going to set it here. I'm going to clean that. Spent a couple minutes and just wiped it off. It's not perfect, but that's okay. From here, I'm going to remove this old chain here. I'll need the pliers for that. With that removed, just grab the new chain, and it's got these really convenient little clips here. Just go ahead and snap that in place, just like that. And now we're going to insert this canister back into the toilet and secure this clip to the actual lever that you flush the toilet with. And be careful as you insert this and work on this. On the very bottom of this canister is a rubber seal. You do not want to harm that. I'll need both hands to secure this clip to that little opening right there. With the chain connected, you want to test the actual lever. And notice how the actual lever comes way above the toilet itself. we have to adjust that clip. So what I'll do is take this clip off and put this little connection clip further down on one of the chain links. Okay, adjusted the chain. It is further down on one of the chain links, as you can see here. A little bit of extra chain links. You can cut those off if you want to. And that's a lot better. Next, we are going to align the grooves, one on the left-hand side here, one on the right-hand side. Those little grooves will go into the little cutout slots here. And again, make sure that seal is on there. Align it properly and push down. From here, we can insert the water line, and looking at it, it looks like this hose is too long, so I'm actually going to cut a portion off. I think this long hose is what ultimately caused our part to break because of the awkward bend here. So I'm going to cut a portion of that hose off to relieve tension on this part. So what I did was I cut basically 2 almost 1-inch pieces off of the actual water line with this tool here. And it looks a lot better. It actually bends perfectly and does not exceed the actual toilet. Before it was, so when we put the cover on it, it's applying pressure on that water line, thus applying pressure to that piece, ultimately breaking it. So that's not cool. From here, we are going to test it. We are going to turn the water back on, and we are going to allow it to fill. On average, each toilet takes about 1 to 2 minutes to fill. With that said, so far so good, because again, this piece was completely broke off, spraying water all over the place, and it's not supposed to. It's supposed to direct the water down below inside this canister portion. So once it fills up, it should stop, and then we are going to flush it and test it. Once the water raises to float, it should shut off. Once it gets to its shut off point, perfect. From here, we are going to test the flush. Awesome, awesome. And I'm going to let it fill up one more time and make sure it stops the water flow. At this point, the toilet is back full of water and shut off. I'm going to go grab the cover. Cover is back on and secured. Again, grab it with both hands. Do not drop that. That will be very heavy when it hits the ground and shatter everywhere. Let's give it a test. Perfect. And I'll wait about a minute, minute and a half, and make sure that with the cover on, the actual float still works properly and stops the water and does not allow the actual toilet to continue running. Water is stopped. That's it, YouTubers. A successful DIY project. We hope the video helped. And do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Hey, once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome. And one additional thing, do you remember that actual canister that we were just working on? In the event that your toilet continuously runs, meaning it makes that constant water flow running sound, and it's driving you nuts, and it's costing you more money because you're going through more water, chances are it is that seal on the bottom of your canister. So take a look at that. That's a very friendly DIY project. In a separate video, we will walk you through how to replace that seal. And what we will do is leave that actual link down below in the comments section. So definitely check that out, because it might be a good idea to change that seal during the actual process of doing what we just did. Again, hope the video helped. Thanks for watching.